So the servers are up and the new spear is here. This also gives us a bunch of new items in the shop, weekly missions which now give runes, we got material transmutation, dimensional trials, a new gear set here, and a new battle pass. So let's go over everything. First things first, the shop update. We can see the new spear skins. These are all skin sets we could buy in the past. The Fortunate Spear, the Soulfire Spear, and the Sanguine Spear. On top of that, a new morph. A reskin of the Stag with Wings. We also have a new outfit, definitely very modest here, and you can see what it looks like on a female character. Oh, and there's actually also the Halloween spear skin here, the Haunted Harvest Spear, just in case you want to add it to your collections for next Halloween. Be aware they have actually added a pack where you can get 10 skill conversion books, apparently 50% off. But also they've added the ability to buy new skill presets. So you should be able to, if you buy all 6, be able to have 9 different skill presets. That's awesome. Along with having that for gear. Be aware your ornate coin shop has reset. So you can go ahead and buy 15 more precious blessing pouches. Not sure what's up with the icon there. You can get your skill books, growth stones. But now let's jump to the battle pass. Same cost for the premium pass, and you can check it out just here. The Glacial Star. This will give you a whole bunch of free rewards, as you can see on the top here. Some decent stuff, including a funny orange morph, and even equipment sets and skill sets for free. Meaning you can actually get the total to 10 then. If you do get the premium pass, you will get the new morph, this goose. It is a reskin of other geese. We can have a look at the other premium rewards. We get a new emote here. You can see what that looks like here. Just a little bit of a dance. We do actually get an appearance change ticket here. That's great. And then a new Amatoy, this little guy. You can see him here, and unfortunately, he's just going to be good within the ruins. And finally, you obtain the weapon skin pack. This gives you a selection of 2, but you can get the rest of the skins here by spending some of your star crystals, including getting the Zenith Spear from the previous battle pass when they didn't have the spear yet. Otherwise, new this season, you can buy 2-star dimensional contract tokens, but we can even get trait unlock stones here. That's awesome. You'll be able to get just 20 though total. And yes, that's about it for the battle pass. I really do like the skins and how they look here. This is a sword and shield. That's your staff, your daggers, crossbows, your longbow, your wand and book, and then your spear. With again also the Zenith Spear. It will just cost you 500 lucent to get the premium pass, and it's a pretty good deal all things considered when you look at the amount of trait unlock stones you get. We can quickly jump to our weekly missions, and we can see that we'll actually get runes here in the co-op section now instead of gear. We can reveal everything that we get this time around. For me, it doesn't look like there's anything too great. At this point, it's like a Band of Universal Power or just take the runes. And the chance to get blues is 6% times 5, so 30% chance. So you actually will get a decent amount of blues here. Probably advisable, especially if you don't plan on grinding dimensional trials that much. There are 2 types of dungeons available, and every week they will switch over. Each time they have like different effects, and you can select different tiers. The higher the tier, the better the rewards, the higher the difficulty. So for tier 1, you'll just get grey runes. Tier 2, you can get green runes. And only once you get to tier 4, you can get blue runes. And those can be a significant difficulty level increase. So absolutely right now, getting the runes from the weekly missions is what you want to be doing. We get a whopping 150 packs right now. We can go here and we can open them. Now, very fortunately, they won't be added to, say, your normal inventory. They have a separate inventory for that. You can see all the runes. We're getting a whole bunch of blue ones already. You're going to have different ones that go for your weapon, necklace, bracelet, belt, rings. We'll open this other 70 packs, and we already run into the issue of having too many runes. You can see them going in the overflow bag. So what you're most likely going to want to do is actually go to the new material transmutation. You can select whether you're doing it for equipment, where you will like dissolve the junk equipment for points. And the more points you have, the higher the tier you will get and the better reward you can obtain. You can see exactly here each of the conversion tiers and what's in the loot tables there for the different groups. Same thing with the runes, and that's where you're going to dump pretty much all of your excess green runes. So honestly, I don't think we will be using green runes if I can immediately already get blue runes through this weekly missions. So I will just convert all of those green runes. Goodbye. And then I can click uncommon again and I can go goodbye. And we can get to the final maximum 4th tier and then select what we want. Do we want, say, an attack rune? Do we want a defense rune or a support rune, or just random between it? I'll honestly go with attack rune for now. You click transformation, you'll spend that extra solant and all of your points will get consumed. We click yes, and then you get a fancy animation. You can select to not see the cutscene again, so you don't have to continually go through that, but then you get your reward. And we got this blue attack rune for our rings. You also get shards with that too, which you will be able to use to craft more chests to obtain more runes. You can see it in the weapon section here. You need 250 fragments. Well, we have more of those packs to open. Let's do it. And again, we get a bunch of overflow, and we'll just go here again, convert all of those green runes to the points, as you do not need green runes. The reason is because you cannot level up a blue rune with, say, a green rune. They're utterly useless. You can max out your green runes, getting them to level 40, but that's it. And you're generally better off getting the set effect from the blue runes already. Here again, we can max it out, say get another attack rune, and this is all just through the weekly mission rewards there. Every time you obtain a new rune, it has a chance to upgrade the matching rune that you have. So for example, every time I obtain a rare support rune for rings that has collision chance, this has a chance to level up. It's already level 15. I obtain another one, it will then go to level 16, 17, 18. But the higher level you are, the lower the chance it actually gets leveled up. And it's all automatic. There's nothing you need to do with clicking or anything. But once you have those runes, you need to put them into your gear. So you'll select your gear piece, you'll click rune management, and it'll show you a bit of a tutorial here, but ultimately you'll need to unlock these slots, and you're going to have to be careful. You're going to have to pay solant to unlock a specific slot, and what you want to look at is the rune synergy. So for example, I want attack speed here, which means I'm going to have a attack rune slot here. Then I'm going to get a utility rune slot in the middle with then a defense slot here. And this allows us to then input any of the runes we have into those slots. For example, we can put our mana efficiency here. We do have an issue that pretty much all of my runes here are actually support runes. So say I actually don't need that many support runes. I could look through them and be like, I don't need collision chance. I could convert that one. Same with like bind resistance. And with enough points, we can then get more attack runes, more support runes, so on. Now with this big update, we got the new spears. So there's a lot of different spear weapons available in the game. In terms of the purple ones available to us, we can get the Glacial spear, which is pretty good for PvP with strength and hit chance. The Severing spear with 9 strength and 11 fortitude. That's a lot of attribute points. You will get it here just with your abyss currency from the selection chest, and also from your dark wizards in the Shadowed Crypt. Your resistance spear with a massive range increase and 11 dexterity, with then Queen Belandir's spear with the Queen Belandir's hunger effect, which is kind of nuts for PvP, pulling everybody in when you use your death from above ability. Keep in mind there's also the Junoboat spear, but it seems they actually haven't added it to the loot table here, so I am not 100% sure, but as per the selection chest, it shows it's available there. Maybe they just didn't update this tooltip yet and the spear will drop. The Shaikal spear you can craft. All you need is some dimensional essence. I can craft another salvation right there. And now we can make our first spear. There we go. Hopefully we got a good trait on it. We can have a look. And we got heavy attack chance. That's awesome. If I was to try to extract this and go to sell, that's going for 250 lucent right now. However, I will just equip it and I will use my saved up training dew. We should get that mastery. Again, if you're going for damage output, you definitely just want to go in the middle path right now. Later on, you'll take the bottom path. For PvP defensibility, you may very well take the top path. I believe you can get the resistance spear if you save up 1,500 coins just through this selection chest. You can indeed. So let's get that there. Let's go and select that, use, and what trait we got? Heavy attack again. We're fairly fortunate today. This spear, I feel, is going to be the best for PvE content right now because of the 11 dexterity. Shaikal's spear is not too great, giving, say, the strength and hit chance for PvE. But there is the Skull Severing Spear, which honestly has a 20 attribute point bonus, which each point is going to increase base damage, meaning it actually can be pretty useful. But the max damage on that's 216, attack speed 0.7 versus the heroic spear maximum 229 damage with 0.77 attack speed. So with a 13 base damage boost difference, I don't think the Skull Severing Spear is going to be worth it versus this with dexterity, attack range for your PvE fights. But ideally for PvE, I believe you're going to want to get the Juno Boat Spear. We can see it in, say, the auction house right now, none available, but we can have a look at all the stats and the set effect. Juno Boat's fire will help you, giving you those extra ignite stacks when you use your Blood Leech aura, which can help significantly. And max health, not going to go too wrong for PvE, surviving those mechanics, and the fortitude will help a bit with base damage. And your total maximum damage output is higher than all of the other spears. That one's going to be the best PvE spear, honestly. Last thing to mention is the new gear set, and honestly guys, it's very underwhelming. You can see the mask giving strength, fortitude, mana regen, and the set effect is dexterity over 30, you gain 8% cooldown, and for every 10 fortitude, you gain 2% attack speed. Somewhat useful for a cooldown build, and you can look at the stats on the others. There's a lot of fortitude going around here on pretty much every piece. But yeah, you could go with, say, as a damage dealer, the arms and the boots and get the extra cooldown if you need it. If you're not aware, fortitude is the new attribute stat we have here, which can give us a bunch of endurance, magic defense, heavy attack evasion, and some CC resistance. But that's going to be it for this video. I will get into details on what setup to use for single target boss fights, whether to go with, say, crossbow and spear or dagger and spear for that. For multi-target, I highly recommend checking out this video. I cover all the skills you should use there to set up rotation and recommended build. And so thanks for watching. A special thank you to these channel members for their extra support, and we'll see you guys around. Goodbye for now.